Over the course of my year in novel, I've learned a lot not only about analyzing literature, but also how it is applicable to my life. I've learned that we live in a materialistic society where objects are deemed to have more worth than intimate relationships. A Perfect Day for Banana Fish taught me that focusing on materials makes you lose sight of building relationships and leads to a lack of communication thereof. A lack of traditional values is present in Into the Wild when the main character Chris McCandless escapes the grasp of society by rejecting societal norms in order to find freedom and be happy. From his journey, I've learned that if you don't believe in the culture, you have to make your own in order to live a happy and fulfilled life. As I'm making one of the biggest transitions in my life, I've learned lessons about maturation and the transition into adulthood from Catcher in the Rye. From Holden's resistance to grow up and his manic quest for companionship, I've learned that growing up is inevitable, and resisting this process can be self-destructive. Maury further supports the idea that aging leads to growth, and if one resists it, then they will be unhappy and unsatisfied with their lives. In order to be satisfied with your life, you have to be fully present and let your emotions fully penetrate you before you learn to detach and move on. There is a period of adjustment for transitioning between adolescence and adulthood, which makes it important for one to surround themselves with people who will support them and help them find their voice. In order to be present in the moment, you can't be dwelling on the past and what could have been done differently. From The Kite Runner, I've learned that you can't move on from a mistake and atone for it until you forgive yourself and let yourself heal. Amir was unable to find happiness because he was stuck in the past, and by atoning for his sins, he was able to forgive himself and be happy. But what I know for sure is that maturation, companionship, and forgiveness lead to a balanced and fulfilled life. Social support is essential for becoming a resilient person, and learning and growth never truly ends. Everyone is capable of happiness, but the person has to be willing and open up their heart and mind. With hope and faith, one will find content with their life and accept their fate. A dear friend of mine once said, "Most important are the humble and amazing people who have crossed my path in my 84 years that have been my friends and mentors. Love is when the needs and desires of the person or persons you love are on equal footing with your own needs and desires. That is a loving relationship, when the people you love treat you with respect and equality, and you do the same for them." But what I know for sure is that living, learning, and loving is all part of life.